is coming out as a generation of cantaloupes. Am I talking to somebody? That is what baptism is all about. Baptism is you immersed, under, submerged, under, immersed, dipped into. And then when you are brought up into a generation, into increase. So unless a grain of seed or wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains alone. You can sing to it, it's still alone. You can dance to it, it's still alone. You can celebrate it, it's still alone. The only way it becomes a generation, it has to die. So Paul tells us in Romans that in baptism, we died with Christ. But that's not the end. Christ died, was submerged, was dipped for 3 days. And then he came up. And after he came up, now he has the ability to live in you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and live in me, and live in you, and live. So we say, he's alive in me, he's alive. Jesus is alive. Forever he's alive in me. So Jesus died, but Bible says through his death and resurrection, now he has raised unto God a generation of priests and kings unto the Most High God. So we can now in Chikutumi stand and say, in the name of Jesus. While you are doing it in Chikutumi, somebody else in Sukula is also saying, in the name of Jesus. And the same power that will work in Chikutumi will work in Sukula, because it doesn't need to be in Jerusalem anymore. When he was on earth, he was limited by time and space, but because he died, buried, rose again, God has given him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Jesus every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord everywhere. So nations across the world are still worshiping him today. Today when we stand here, we sing majesty, worship his majesty. People can sing it in California, they can sing it in Florida, they can sing it in Accra, they can sing it in Lagos, they can sing it in Toronto, and Jesus is still being magnified. Oh my God, we give you praise and glory. You may please be seated in his presence. In baptism lies your increase. In baptism lies your expansion. For unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it produces much grain. I remember when I was preparing this sermon, I remember the word immersion. When I saw the word immersion, so many images and so many examples came into my mind. You know, when we lived in a little town called Ajax, just on the eastern side of Toronto,